Tyson with Pride. Hey, Mitch, welcome to Nonstop Rock Talk. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, are you from Canada?
I am, eh?
So legit. But only a true Canadian can really do the A right.
Hey, how you doing, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, being from North Dakota, you know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of close, sort of, right?
Except North Dakota is more like, hey, how's it going, hey? It's more of a hey than an A. Like in Canada, you shortened it.
That's good. I guess that's where we got it from then, I would assume.
Well, I think here's another thought. Because North Dakota is south of Canada, it's just gotten longer. You know how the dialect is longer as you go south? Because, you know, North Dakota is so much further south than Canada.
Oh, my God. Well, at least, I mean, you were up here last year. At least you were here when it was semi-warm. I mean, you were here in July, so it wasn't, I mean...
Oh, no, we were there in December, too.
Oh, you were? Oh, you were in, like, were you in Manitoba or something like that?
We were in Winnipeg.
Manitoba. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We had, I think, 2 shows, and it was so cold that it was like we were on another planet.
It's crazy.
And I loved it. I did, you know, because I grew up in that climate pretty much.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't think I could ever live in it again, especially now that I live here. But in the south, in the sun. But it just, when we were there, I just loved it. It was like, because I knew it was only going to be for 5 days or whatever it was. And it was so cold. It was awesome.
Oh, I've been there in January in Winnipeg.
It was, yeah.
It's dry, though. It's different than, like, from where I live, it's different. Because we get a really damp cold. They just get this dry cold.
Yes, that's how I grew up, in the dry cold. And it was even, I bet it was even colder and even drier. And it reminded me of being a kid, you know, and it was just cool. I really dug it. So for me, I'm like, I love Canada no matter what season.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful country. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen a good portion of it, and it is. Now, I want to make mention of this right off the top, because I have to thank you, because last year, you and I were discussing, I said, you know what, I'm thinking about doing this podcast, and you're like, you got to do it, man, you got to do it. And then you kind of helped me with the name, and so I started researching, and I think within 3 days, I was ready to go. I just put my head down, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to do this. So I wanted to thank you right off the beginning for putting that in my head and helping me get this started. Because it's been, I mean, I think you're probably going to be episode 37, I think. Since November.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm very happy with it. Like, I know in terms of YouTube numbers, it's not very much, but I'm like 1,200 downloads so far, or something like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, it'll grow, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, I mean, I've hooked up with a really awesome PR lady from LA, and I don't know how she found me. One day I got an email from her, I have this artist, and then the next thing I know, she's like, throwing stuff at me every day almost.
Cool.
So, yeah. Well, yeah, it's been, and I mean, her main client is Def Leppard, actually, but
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're semi-big, right?
I've heard of that. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think they had a song on the radio at one time. Anyways, so and I did notice this morning you posted on Facebook a picture of your feet, but it wasn't about your feet. It was more about the scenery.
Yeah, my foot got in the picture.
Your foot's in the picture, and
I'm a terrible photographer. My foot got in the picture.
Fire that guy or girl.
Yep.
That place looks awesome, man.
Yeah, I moved to Paradise basically, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm quarantined in Paradise, which is amazing.
That's wicked.
Even though I miss the stage.
Yeah.
I miss the fans. I miss the band. You know, I don't miss the airplanes, but
no. No, I mean, especially on a long flight. Have you had to do? You guys haven't. Have you had to do any like long Europe flights or anything like that?
No, in fact, we were just supposed to. Our next show was Hard Rock Hell in the UK.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That was our next show, and then everything got shut down.
Yeah. Are they going to reschedule that? Do you know, or?
I don't know.
Yeah, because you hear stuff like they're saying that some stuff isn't going to be rescheduled and some stuff is. So it's kind of a waiting game right now.
I think almost all of our shows have been rescheduled.
That's good.
Yeah. That one, probably not. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw you last July, that was kind of that event was, I think they had planned on it to be a lot, like that was a big place. Like that was a big, like that whole grassy area, if you recall, like, that would have fit a lot of people, but I don't think they, publicized it well. I don't think a lot of people knew about it. But
well, yeah, but we've done shows that are massive and packed and sold out, and that's so. There's the occasional one that is sort of ill prepared or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
it was a great time. I mean, all three bands were great. It was a good time, and the sun was shining. It was hot, so it was good. So
yeah, I mean, as long as there's like 1,000 people there,
yeah,
you can have you can have a good time no matter what. I mean, we played some private parties where there isn't 1,000 people. Just private parties. And it's still a blast. I mean, as long as we have our gear and we can hear everything the way we like, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's funny. Private, like. It's like, hey, we're having a party. We should book Great White.
It happens.
That's awesome.
But one of the shows is coming up in July, and we're not sure if it's on or not. Is 40,000 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that one happens, but I think there's a little bit of a government war right now in Wisconsin. So. It's a little tense. They don't know exactly what's going to happen, or maybe they do by the time this airs. Probably they do by the time this airs. Things are happening so fast. It's things aren't happening, and then they are. You know what I mean? It's like they changing so many things, like daily. Anyway,
it's the same thing here.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
rock and roll.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention I went live on Facebook playing from my living room a couple weeks ago, and. You and I had collaborated on 2 songs, Let's Rock and Roll and Waiting for the Rose, and then there was one more. I can't recall the name of it because it's been so long since I listened to it. But it was a little bit weird because I hadn't actually ever sung them live because someone else had been singing them before. But I kind of made my vocal work to it. And I have to be honest, I think they turned out really good. So thank you. Your input on those songs really took those songs to the next level, which leads me to you as a writer. From my experience with working with you, you know how to take a song and just, like I said, make it better. What do you kind of attribute that to, Mitch? Like, is it just years of experience and working with the right people over the years that kind of gave you that knowledge?
Yeah, I think, and plus confidence. The years have given me. Because, I think you're born with some abilities, and that's one thing I was definitely born with, the gift of music and to make music better, and that's why I produce. And, because that's kind of what producing is. You're like kind of creating a puzzle to make the song work as well as you can. But yeah, so then years of just doing it, I was way out in front on the home studio thing where now pretty much the home studio is kind of king. But I started doing home studio in 1979, 1980.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so way before people were doing it. So I started being able to record myself and learn, and others, obviously, and learn like what works and what doesn't very early on. So then having done that all this time, that comes into play with the songwriting as well. I've been writing songs since I was 12, probably.
Yeah.
and written a lot of songs. And the great thing is that I've been fortunate enough to write with the greats of modern, rock or pop songwriting. So if I didn't glean something from them, then I'm just an idiot. So I'm really quiet in those sessions. I watch very carefully and I learn, how they do the craft. And it's kind of interesting because everybody kind of does the craft the same way. It's just that, it's slightly different with from one to another, obviously. Yeah. But I just learned a lot from great people. So I've been lucky in that way. But I think I was born with the ability as well.
Yeah, I remember working on Waiting for the Rose, for instance, the line your love so cold like a perfect storm. You make a hurricane seem sunny and warm. I would have never thought of that. And when you came up with it, it was just boom, there it is. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, that is so amazing. It was just, what? And the thing is, when you go to sing it, it sticks in your head because it's such a good lyric that you're excited to sing that because you're like, oh man, I love that line. That line's so good. I can't, and you'll never forget it. And I think that, that's one of the things that, took that song to the next level was just having that chorus it's taking a chorus, but then just beefing it up and making it so much better. So,
well, I had a good time working with you on those songs. It was a little bit of a different situation for me to take something that's already there and then, put my stamp on it. I've done that before, but that's not generally what I do. We usually start songs from the beginning, but it was really pleasant and, it's really gratifying for me to have somebody like you appreciate that aspect of what I do so much, because I feel like the songwriting thing is kind of going away. Songs now are I don't know, they're just not very good. Yeah, and I agree. And that craft is sort of kind of really gone away. So yeah, it's nice to be acknowledged for it because I worked really hard on it, so I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm going to the song you were talking about, the people that you've worked with, working with Eddie Van Halen, he's kind of the guy, they kind of come up with the music and everything first.
Yeah.
And then you add the lyrics after. Were you used to doing it that way, or was that just kind of strange for you?
Well, that's kind of twofold because most of the time when I write a song, I come up with the music first anyway, right? Mm-hmm. And then I put a melody and a lyric on it. A lot of times the melody will be coming at the same time as the music for me because it's all tied in. So, with somebody like Eddie or, I've had others, give me music and say, here's my kind of music bed, make it a song. I mean, Mark Kendall is doing that with me as well. So, it's not that different really than the process that I go through normally anyway. So, yeah,
and it's funny to hear, because there's two versions of that song. I mean, there's a Sharon one and the one you did, and they're totally different.
Totally different.
Melody's different. Everything's different.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it when I heard his version. I could not believe it. I was like, okay, that is so. I was so happy that it was so different.
Yeah. Knowing the music, you kind of know, but it's that's a totally different song, and that's all interpretation of how how he heard it and how you heard it, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I think that's cool.
Especially in terms of the Van Halen, that whole Van Halen persona. Oh, check it. There's two different versions of this song. That's kind of cool. So,
yeah, it adds a cool element that you would never, that never would have happened without the internet, or, you know what I mean? In the 70s, you would never have heard that. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. You would. Yeah, exactly. And the internet's made those cool things like that possible.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, absolutely.
And so I mean, and it's funny that they never even used that song on on 3. Didn't even make the album, right? Like his version of it. So,
well,
it is what it is, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really familiar with that record, to be honest. So I don't know if it should have been on there or not. Not my call, anyway.
No, I know it's. I mean, it's a different album. It's dark. It's different. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's out there. I am not a huge fan of it. I mean, from my perspective, I prefer Gary Cherone in Extreme, and that's his thing. And that, but that's just my opinion, right? So, Now let's talk about Great White. It's been almost 2 years since you joined the band. For me, that kind of came out of nowhere. We were kind of working together, and you never said a word about it. And all of a sudden, I was shocked. I was like, "What?" And then, so how did that all transpire?
Well, we were really quiet about it. Just, first of all, just out of respect, so that's why nobody heard about it until it happened, because I didn't blab it to anybody and they didn't either. But so I'm friends with Michael Wagner, right?
Ah, yes, the great Michael Wagner.
Yeah, the producer. And he's called me over to his studio a couple times to jump in on some stuff he's producing, and so he had texted me and said, "Hey, come and sing on Great White's new record." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, let me see." And, this time at blah, 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 I'm like, "All right." So I showed up, and I walked in, and those guys stood up and shook my hand, and, they acted really nice and respectful, like they knew who I was. And Mark said actually something about the Van Halen thing to me, and he was just super nice, which Mark is anyway. I mean, he's always super nice. So yeah, we did that thing, and then shortly after that, I was on the Monsters of Rock cruise, and so were they. And and since I had sung on the record, they had asked me if I wanted to come up and sing, just backgrounds.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, of course.
I remember that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I did that, and somebody took a picture of me and Kendall on stage and posted it. Like, is anybody else thinking what I'm thinking? That was funny, because I didn't even think it, when that happened. I saw that, and I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not. There's the last thing I was thinking was that band's gonna call me, but apparently they came to see my show on the ship, on the cruise, which I didn't know, because there were a lot of people there, and people were telling me a lot of the bands and stuff came to see me, which was really, really flattering, obviously.
Yeah.
And then when I got back from the cruise, I was producing, and I was working with you, and I was working with a bunch of other acts, and I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. I decided I didn't want to produce anymore, so I just stopped. And as you know, and I called my agent, and I said, "Hey, I'm closing the studio. I want to shift my life back to live, and so get me, whatever shows you can. Get me more shows if you can, And he's like, "Okay." And then shortly after that, like, God, I don't know, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe. Yeah. He called and asked about Great White. And it made sense, because I just called and told him I wanted to do more shows.
Yeah.
And he is the same agent. And I said, yeah. He said, "Okay, well, they're talking about it, and they're going to send you some songs, you could learn or whatever." And so when they contacted me, I asked them to send me maybe live tracks where there was no lead vocal. They could take the lead vocal off, and I'll just put my lead vocal on, and that, let's check this out. Because to be honest, I didn't really hear it. I didn't really. I thought my voice is so much different than their original singers. That, I mean, yeah, we both obviously are fans of Robert Plant. Yeah, you can hear that in his singing for sure.
Yeah,
and you can also hear it in mine, I think. So, but not as much, obviously. But so I sang "Rock Me" the first time. The first song I chose because that was my fave, and I sang it. And as soon as I played it back in my studio, my jaw dropped. I was like, how is this working? I just kept shaking my head like, how is this, like, this works so well that I can't even believe it.
Wow.
And to the point where, and this is going to sound terrible, but it's true. I was thinking to myself, if they don't get this, then I don't want to be in their band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if they can't hear what the special thing that's going on between them and me.
Exactly. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, but they did. They got it. They just were like, it was a tremendous response. And that was kind of it. There was no audition really.
Right.
Yeah. And what I did was, I got the whole show as much as I could. Yeah, no, I think pretty much every song we were going to do, I got their live versions with no vocals. I got them to send that to me.
That's cool.
And so I was able to put the show together and start working on the show without them. All my years producing and being in the studio and stuff, you learn those kind of tricks, but
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it worked great. So when it came showtime, I was ready to go.
That's awesome. So you must, I mean, you obviously had to listen to those songs to hear how the other singer had been singing them, and then.
Yeah. Yes, I listened maybe once.
Wow.
Or twice, and then while I was doing it with no vocal, if I couldn't remember how a phrase went, I would just kind of fast forward to that phrase.
Yeah.
And just oh, okay, that's the melody. It was more so I got the melodies right. Because I'm a songwriter, it's like the trouble somebody goes to get the right melody and get the right guitar part and get the right, as a producer and a songwriter, you just have to respect that. So, I know that the fans want to hear the melody and the phrasing the way they grew up listening to it. You know what I mean? So you really have to honor that. You have to honor the song and the fans, and because without that, there's no reason that there's no reason to be there, and there's no way you would have gotten there without them.
That's right.
So that's the approach I took. I didn't want to copy the vocal that was there, but certainly put my spin on it, but really honor it at the same time.
That's cool. I mean, getting back to that, you mentioned Zeppelin, and I remember, was it 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 at NAMM that you got up and sang Zeppelin?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Doug Aldrich, right?
Yeah, Doug Aldrich and Phil Suzanne.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was killer. That was great.
It was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, and it was. I think that was the first time I'd actually ever seen you play live without a guitar in your hand, because usually when you're doing your solo thing, you're playing guitar. So to see you just like up there running around on stage and doing your thing, but now that's kind of the norm as the singer of Great White. So that's cool.
Yeah, kind of a crazy running around freak up there, I guess. But I can't help myself, man. I'm just, that's what I moved to do. It's all very honest and very, legit.
Yeah. So, in terms of the band's huge catalog, how do they go about choosing the songs? Of course, they have to do, Save Your Love, Rock Me, Once Bitten, Twice Shy. I mean, the ones that everybody else wants to hear. But, will the band mix it up on you, or is it more or less, these are the songs we're kind of doing and we're going to stick to that?
Well, yeah, so everything you said there is true. and we do stick to a kind of like a core 8-ish, about 8 songs. Pretty much always going to happen, I think. And then we can fluctuate with the other ones depending on how long the show is. Change it up a little bit, but it's generally the same songs. Hopefully, soon we'll have some new songs and we'll be able to throw those in the show. That'd be great.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I did see this morning you posted something about a new CD, DVD type of thing. Is that like a live thing or what?
Yeah, so it's been done now for ages, but when I first got in the band, I said to them, we need a live DVD, and I can mix it and edit it and do all that stuff because I can do all that stuff in my studio.
Yeah.
So we just got to get a crew in at one of our shows to capture it on audio and video, and so I got a crew out of Nashville, and they came up to Kentucky. And we were playing the Kentucky State Fair, and it was like about probably 10,000 people. And so, yeah, it's a big show, and the DVD's done. It's been done for ages. But we just wanted to, I don't know, make sure it's right and maybe put some other, some new music with it. We're not sure yet.
Oh, I look forward to that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I remember you did mention that to me, that you were compiling a bunch of stuff, and that
that
was quite a while ago. But like you said, it has been ongoing.
Yeah.
I want to ask, I have to talk about Making Noise, your last solo album, and you know how much I loved that album. I think it sounded amazing. From your perspective, how do you feel about that album now?
It's really the only record that I listen to. I'm on the road a lot. So I'm listening to music a lot more than I ever did. I was working on music, so
yeah.
Listening to it in that way, but just listening to music that's done,
Yeah.
So I do that a lot, and I do listen to the Making Noise, maybe not the whole record, but and then sometimes I do have time to listen to the whole record. It's long flights and stuff. I'm just really proud of that CD. I do like it the most out of all my CDs.
It's a great album, and and you had been like kind of reworking with, like, you kind of fiddled around with some of your other stuff just like for fun kind of thing, like like you were just like, hey, I wonder what this, I want to change that up, see what that sounds like. Do you still find yourself doing that, or you don't have time to do that as much anymore?
Yeah, I haven't really done that because I'm writing now. So I've been writing and working on guitars mostly is what I've been doing. I tweaked a bunch of guitars, so that takes time. I completely refinished a bass and reshaped the neck. So tons of sanding and
a
lot of work.
Yeah, no, I remember the one you were cutting out to make it lighter. Did you? I'm assuming you finished that one, did you?
Yeah, I ruined that one.
Oh, you did?
Yep. Thanks for bringing it up, man.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if you had finished it. I remember you sending me pictures of it, and you're like, oh, check this out, man. It's going to be so much lighter, because I hate heavy guitars. Oh, man.
Yes, it still looks cool.
Yeah. Are you still using, that company that you were getting
Landon?
the guitars from, Landon? Are you still
Landon.
using those as well?
Yes, Landon has made a big shift, though. So I don't, Landon is still in operation, but it's not like it used to be.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, but I have 3 Landons, I think, and they're amazing. Yeah,
I remember you saying they were so awesome.
They're so good.
And those are all Tele body styles, are they?
Yeah, they are. Except I have Mark Kendall's body here, but it doesn't have a neck.
Oh.
Yeah, because he didn't like the neck. The neck wasn't. He wanted it exactly a certain way, and they didn't make it exactly that way. So, we're still kind of working on that to see what that's going to be for him.
Yeah. Do you? I mean, on those guitars, like those Tele style, do you like it cut away for your body contour on the back of it, or is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah, that's the only thing I like about a Strat.
I know exactly, and I've never really had a guitar where it wasn't cut because my Tele's cut away, like on the back, and I love it, and then I see other ones, and I'm like, I don't know if I could get used to that. I just, I like that kind of contour underneath,
Yeah, you can bruise bruise your arm on a regular Tele.
Yeah,
I know because I've done it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So in terms of your solo, like you doing solo shows, are you going to do solo shows again, or is that kind of not for now?
You know what? We've been talking about that, and with the way things are, it kind of depends upon how things go, right?
Yeah.
So, because if things would continue the way they're continuing, where Great White is too big to do shows. And I would go do small shows on my own, just because. I mean, I would have to. That's what I would do. So but if things come back, then there's really no need or time for me to do solo shows,
right?
Or energy or anything, Yeah. So it hangs in the balance, right? It's kind of, we'll see what happens. But right now I am talking about doing some acoustic stuff. Oh. But I just know when we're traveling how tired I am when I get home, and I'm not going to really be thinking, oh, great, I want to go play out on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We'll see.
That's cool. I mean, because I've never actually got to see you solo, right? And
yeah.
I mean, I would have loved to come to the M3 that year. It wasn't feasible at the time, but because I mean, a lot of those songs I really love and would love to hear those live. But I totally understand your thinking. I mean, you're jet setting wherever for the weekend. Like you say, going and playing on a Wednesday night. Not really, not really in the cards. Now I have to ask you something about the past, and this is from being on Letterman all those years ago, and that must have been amazing. I must ask about the suit you wore. Do you still have it?
Okay, so first of all, it wasn't Letterman; it was Leno.
Oh, it was Leno. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
And I had that suit custom made by Wendy Bunin. Yeah. Who was an up-and-coming designer in New York at the time, and I still have it. Yep.
Wow, that's cool. So it's in your closet. Have you tried it on recently?
I have not. You know what? I did try it on a few years ago, but then I slimmed down a bit.
Yeah.
So I got slim just before the Great White thing, so that was really good timing. And I've maintained the slimness mostly. Yeah. So those the pants might fit, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean you're even in as you get older from that time, it's like you just change, right? Your body changes. It is what it is.
It is. Yeah.
But I know you. I mean, you eat healthy, and you take pretty good care of yourself, and so you never know, right?
Yeah.
So. Anyways, I really want to thank you for coming on the show. Is there anything else you want to talk about or say before I let you go? Like anything you want to promote even?
Well, it's always great when people visit the site, www.mitchmalloy.com. That's always cool. We can kind of see people there and monitor that a bit. And the Making Noise record is still for sale there, and we've got T-shirts. Actually, we have a brand new T-shirt. It's not officially even out yet. We haven't announced it because of all this COVID stuff happened, and I didn't want to be out there saying, buy my T-shirts. Yeah, so I haven't until just now.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's a brand new T-shirt. It's for sale now, and we're gonna get pictures of that up and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I still have my Mitch Malloy Coolie cup in my cupboard. I use that occasionally, and I still have that T-shirt too. I wear that all the time. I'm always promoting you. So
I appreciate that. So you have the black and white one?
Yeah, the black and white just says Mitch Malloy on the front. Love that T-shirt. It's a great design. It's simple. It looks good. You know.
Yeah, I like that T-shirt too. We'd probably come back with that eventually.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway,
yeah,
that's all good. So Mitch, man, thanks again, and
thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
I'm sure we'll talk soon, and hopefully I will see you out there at some point again, and seeing Great White, and I'm looking forward to that DVD too, CD.
Hey, you're a good man, Tyson. You take care of yourself, buddy.
Okay, you too, Mitch. Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.